Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the first wrap-up video of the year from me. So this is January's wrap-up. Please excuse this beam of light here. I need to sort my light out. I think it's cracked. I don't know what's happened, but there's this giant beam of light right in the middle in my face, look. So I'm going to try and sort that out. So if you can ignore it just for this video, I'll sort of move to the side a little bit, then I would appreciate that. I will sort it for the next video. So please excuse my appearance. I am in my dressing gown because I'm absolutely freezing. I'm not feeling the best today and it's so cold in here, and do you know, it's one of those days I just couldn't be bothered to get dressed, so the dressing gown has stayed on. If you don't know, every month I discuss all of the video games I've bought, both physically and digitally, and all the video games that I've played. So this is quite a short wrap-up in terms of purchases, but a longer wrap-up in terms of what I've actually played. So let's get straight on and start with the purchases. Again, please excuse this beam of light. The only physical purchase that was bought this month, and technically it was bought last month actually, is the Mystery Case Files games, Key to Ravenhurst and Ravenhurst Unlocked. So I'm not going to talk about this too much if you've been watching my Mystery Case Files series. This was actually bought last month from America, but it came this month, so I'm including it in this month's wrap-up. That's actually the only physical purchase that I've made this month. So we'll talk about digital purchases. I made quite a lot more. So I got a PlayStation 5 for Christmas from my wonderful husband, if you didn't see that. So of course I made some PlayStation 5 purchases. This beam of light is really doing me in. So I got Ark the Lad on PlayStation 5. It is one of my favourite PlayStation 2 games of all time, and I'm super excited to own it on PS5 with trophies. We'll talk about trophies a little bit more in a moment. I also bought Dark Cloud and Dark Chronicle, both for the PS5 as well, on the store. Again, two of my favourite PlayStation 2 games of all time. So I also bought Harvest Moon Back to Nature on the PlayStation 5 as well. I've done some videos on Harvest Moon on this channel. Again, one of my favourite games from the PlayStation 1. I also downloaded The Sims 4 on the PlayStation 5 because The Sims 4 is now free to play, so why not? I downloaded another free game, which was A King's Tale Final Fantasy 15. Right, okay, so I will talk about it more as we talk about games I've played, but I did download that. I also downloaded for free Starlit Kart Racing on the PS5. Again, we'll talk about that in a moment. And finally, I downloaded Starlit Adventures on the PS5. So quite a few digital downloads and purchases all on the PS5 this month, as you can expect. Let's finally talk about games that I have played. Starting off with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I've spoke about this before in previous wrap-ups. I'm talking about the original, not the newer ones. Play on the Xbox One, but it's an Xbox 360 disc, so we just enjoy it. I have been continuing to play, and I've actually finished Arkham Knight this month. Was playing that on the Xbox One. I wanted to finish every single Arkham game again last year. I ended up just coming shy of that, and I finished it this month. So I really love the Arkham games. I've spoken about them so much, and yes, I wanted to do that in preparation for Gotham Knights, which we'll talk about in a moment. So now we get on to the PlayStation 5. Actually, no, before we do that, I'll talk about the last game that's not on the PlayStation 5, which is Wildflowers on the Nintendo Switch. I've spoken about that in previous wrap-ups as well. I adore Wildflowers. I love it so much. At time of recording, I don't think it's come out yet, but a new update is coming out for the game, which introduces a hairdresser, so that's quite cute. So now we'll talk about the PlayStation 5. So I decided it's a new console for me. I got it for Christmas, like I said. I'm going to attempt to platinum, or get every trophy, because some don't have platinums, for every game I play on the PlayStation 5. Am I going to regret this? Yes. Am I already regretting this? Yes. But I've never done it before on a console, so I really want to give it a go, and I don't know how long it's going to last, but I am trying to platinum, or gold, every single game that I play on the PlayStation 5, which means I do have to be a little pickier in terms of online games that maybe the servers don't exist anymore for the PlayStation 4 era, etc. I have to be a little pickier. So we'll talk about the games I've actually played and platinumed. Astro's Playroom, I platinumed. This is a game that comes pre-installed on all of the PlayStation 5s, and I loved it. It was so sweet. It was my first introduction to Astro. I know he's been in a couple of other games. I know he was in the VR game as well. I loved it. It was so nostalgic for me. It very much reminded me of like Little Big Planet and that kind of thing. Oh, it was so cute. And my first platinum on the PlayStation 5, it felt really appropriate that it was Astro's Playroom. So I then put my Spyro Reignited disc in at the PlayStation 5. I had that previously, of course, on PlayStation 4. And I platinumed Spyro Reignited for the first time as well. That's something I've never done either. So it's just encouraging me to play games in a more efficient way, in a different way, and I'm enjoying it so far. And please, again, ignore this stupid beam of light. The Sims 4, I told you I had downloaded it. I have platinumed it for the very first time. That was a nightmare. And to be honest, for full transparency, I started playing, you know, as well as I could. I did end up cheating from the gallery to get some of those trophies, I'm not going to lie, because I was struggling so much, to be honest, and I'd given myself this goal. I wanted to get it done as quickly and efficiently as possible, so I did platinum The Sims 4, but I would say I put in maybe 60% of the work, and the other 40% of the work was from lovely, lovely people who put things on the gallery. So that was a bit of a cheat, I'll be honest, but it's on my list. So then we go to A King's Tale Final Fantasy 15, which I already spoke about earlier. I platinumed that as well. It was my first Final Fantasy game. Don't kill me, don't kill me. And I have been assured that that is not the standard for Final Fantasy, because I hated it. I hated it, I'm sorry. It was a slog to platinum that game. It was so difficult. I've managed to do it within the month, of course, but I've uninstalled it. I will never play it again. I've got the platinum, I'm happy. So next up is Starlit Kart Racing. I spoke about that earlier. I downloaded that on the PlayStation 5. We've not platinumed it yet because what a grind. It's such a slog to platinum that as well. And it's not actually a platinum. Hold on. A King's Tale wasn't a platinum either. I think it was a gold. And Starlit Kart Racing is a gold. So they're not actually platinums, which is annoying. Why can't every game have a platinum? But never mind. So Starlit Kart Racing, we're trying to do it without spending any money. It's a racing game. We are enjoying it, but my goodness, is it a slog to get to the gold trophy. And finally, I said I've played quite a few games this month. I started Gotham Knights. Am I aiming to platinum it? Yes. Am I regretting that decision already? Yes. So, in brief, what do I think of Gotham Knights? Because I know that Gotham Knights is a very divisive game. If you are going to view it like Batman Arkham, you're not going to like it, because the Batman Arkham games are miles superior, I would say. If you're viewing it as just a Batman game, I think it's a very good game. I have issues with it. I think the traversal is quite clunky, actually. I think the combat is quite clunky as well. It's not as smooth as I would like it to be. I, of course, play solo, so I've played as Batgirl and I've played as Red Hood. I do not like playing as Red Hood. I'm going to stick with Batgirl. I am not too far into the story. I think, according to the PlayStation 5, I'm 20% of the way through. And, of course, I am trying to platinum it as well. This is going to be difficult. I'm going to talk about it more next month, of course. That's it. Quite a large one. Sorry for all the rambling. That is all of the games that I bought and played in January. So I will see you in February for February's wrap-up. Of course, there will be videos in between times. Again, excuse this horrible beam of light and what I'm wearing. I'm just so cold. So thank you very much for watching. And until next time, bye, Embers.